Everybody to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us on the first Sunday football of the 2025 NFL season, man. Holy cow. Thank you so much if you are joining us, man. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by quarterback Aaron Rodgers, coming to MetLife Stadium, a stadium that he had played last year as the starting quarterback of his current opponent today, and that is the New York Jets, led by the guy who started week 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers a season ago, Justin Fields, man. Holy cow. A lot of storylines in this game, and we will get to them throughout the game. But for right now, man, I am just happy that we have a Sunday that is going to be filled with football, baby. Welcome back. And we got our first person in the chat. We got Shifty. Is it blurred? What's up, Cam? What's going on, brother? Shifty, is it blurred? Are you talking about the game? We will not be showing the game here. This is going to be just me commentary, so you will see this face. If you like the face, please like and subscribe. And if you don't, hey, leave a like and subscribe anyway. And then you could just... No, I'm kidding. But yeah, man. No, we won't be showing the game. Obviously, if we do that, then it's going to be taken down, and it's a whole thing. So no, it will be me, but I will be doing my best to describe everything that is happening on the screen, where the quarterback is, where his running backs are, wide receivers. I'm going to even talk about what the defense is trying to do. I'm going to do everything I can to be as descriptive and as creative as I possibly can. So if this is your first time watching this channel, give it a shot. I promise you will not be disappointed. And hey, we're going to be doing 3 games today, so you will have plenty of chances. Thank you so much. We have Captain Mickey Mouse in on the chat as well. Welcome, my buddy. How you doing? Hope your Sunday is going well. Dave, it looks like I'll be watching the last 2 games with you today. Let's go, baby. Heck yeah. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so yeah, obviously today it'll be Steelers, Jets. Then after that game ends, we will be going to the Lions and Packers game. That is a game that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, as you can tell, big Packer fan, so hoping to start out the season with a win, especially against a division rival that has really had a great stronghold over the NFC North over the last 2 seasons. And who knows, man, they might have gotten better, but hopefully my Packers are healthy and they're ready to play some football. And then finally, we will end today with the Ravens versus the Bills. That is going to be a great Sunday night matchup, man. Holy cow. 2 of the best teams in the NFL, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and actually these last 2 quarterbacks for the Ravens and Bills, the last 2 guys to win league MVP. Lamar obviously won it back in 2023, and last year we saw Josh Allen get his first MVP award. But that is going to be later on today. Right now we are just seconds away from the kickoff here. Bosworth with the kickoff. And it's going to be caught at the 2. Jets return it to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25, and across the 30, and spun down at just around the 34. And so we will see Justin Fields and the New York Jets on the field first here at MetLife Stadium. Captain Mickey Mouse, if you want to watch Lions, it's on Paramount Plus, and if you want to watch Bills tonight, it is on NBC. Absolutely. Yeah, so Paramount Plus or CBS if you have the local channels there, and then obviously for Sunday night, NBC or Peacock, however you like to watch your sports. Justin Fields under center, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion, and it's going to be a handoff up to the left, breaks a tackle to the 50 and down inside Pittsburgh territory are the New York Jets, and that is Breece Hall, the man. I think this is his 4th season in the NFL. Woo! Patient cut there, man. He slowed up, let that window open up for him, and then just exploded for some decent yardage. That is a first down run on the very first play from scrimmage. And Aaron Glenn, the new head coach for the Jets, is jacked up on the sidelines. All right, we got Justin Fields in the shotgun, receiver in motion to the right, running back to his right. It'll be another handoff. This one, Hall takes it to the left and will pick up about 8 yards. And woo! Breece Hall is ready to play this season, man. And the Jets, first 2 plays, 2 big runs, and a first down to boot. Look at that, man. Aaron Glenn, a former player who actually played with the Jets about 15 plus years ago. So anytime you see a former player come back as a head coach, man, I always hope for success, man. So Justin Fields under center, fullback, running back in the backfield. Another handoff, this one to the Wisconsin product, Braylon Allen, who will pick up about 1.5 yards, and it will be a third and very short coming up for the Jets here. And Captain Mickey Mouse, we got Mitchell Trubisky is back up for the Bills. Ravens is Cooper Rush back up. Oh, okay, we got a former Chicago Bear backing up Josh Allen over there in Buffalo, and then we also have a former Dallas Cowboy backing up Lamar. Oh, actually, no. Backing up Lamar. And QB sneak, and Justin Fields picks up way more than he needed, getting it down around the 33, picking up about 4 or 5 yards, stumbling forward. So an easy first down pickup here for the Jets, and they are marching down the field. And like I said, man, Justin Fields started out as the Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterback last year, won 4 games out of 6, and then was just benched for the rest of the season. Justin in the pistol, running back to his back, and we have 2 tight ends set. Quick throw to the left, and Justin getting it out to the man, the myth, almost the legend in New York. That is Garrett Wilson with a nice pickup of about 8 yards on that left side. All right, 2nd and 2, ball at the 25. Justin in the shotgun, 3 receivers on that right side. Handoff up the middle, and it'll pick up a first down inside the 20 down to about the 19. And that is Breece Hall, who is having a phenomenal start to this game. 3 carries, 2 first down pickups, and about 25 yards on the ground here. Yeah, and last year the Jets were by far one of the worst running teams in the NFL, and right now they are looking pretty good. So Justin Fields under center, Braylon Allen behind him. Here it's going to be another handoff, and the Wisconsin product will pick up about 1 yard, maybe 2. If it's Mitchell Trubisky, yes, he is a former Steeler, but he did start out his career with the Chicago Bears. I believe he was actually the 2nd or 3rd overall pick. That was the same draft that Patrick Mahomes and a couple of other great quarterbacks came out of. Receiver in motion to the left, 3 receivers on that left side. Justin in the shotgun, running back, gets the handoff, and it's the second-year man who will be dropped behind the line of scrimmage there by T.J. Watt for a loss of about 2. Braylon Allen having a tough time in this game finding running room. Tried to bounce it to the outside, and he went and got taken down just behind the 20-yard line. So this will set up a 3rd and long for the Jets. Back at the 20 officially. 2 receivers stacked up on the right side, single receiver to the left, running back to Justin Fields right in the shotgun. Another handoff, this one up the middle, and we'll get it down to about the 16. Jets are satisfied, picking up a field goal on this opening drive to start the season. I don't know, man. I don't want to read too much into it, but the fact that you did not try to pass the ball with Justin Fields in this situation is might be telling. But this will be a 35-yard attempt for the Jets here. Kick is up, hold, and it is good. And the Jets open the season with a field goal here. 9:15 left in the first. Jets up 3-0 over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we will see Aaron Rodgers take some snaps for the first time as a Pittsburgh Steeler when we come back from the commercial break. Oh, their commercial break. We don't have commercials here. And then Mickey Mouse. Well, he played for the Bills last year and didn't do good. Yeah, I mean that's kind of been Trubisky's kind of deal. He seems to, if he does play well, it doesn't last long. That was the biggest thing when he was in Chicago. There was a lot of promise, just it never became more than that. And I think even his time as a Pittsburgh Steeler, there was a few games, maybe a few quarters of football where he looked like a former top 5 pick, and then eventually it would just kind of fall apart. So, but Trubisky, he's clearly stayed in the NFL for a while. He seems to be bouncing around some really good NFL teams, the Bills, the Steelers, things like that. And there's clearly a reason why he's around. Typically, teams don't try to keep a guy that they don't believe can actually win them games or at least keep them afloat. So I think Trubisky's athleticism, as well as this guy has a lot of experience as an NFL starter. So, yeah, he may not be a top 10 quarterback, but, maybe he's a top 10 backup quarterback, which can make you plenty of money in the NFL. Dave, got to get ready for Rodgers is tuning in over the Pittsburgh. Absolutely, man. Aaron, obviously, there's been speculation of him as soon as he got cut by the Jets early this offseason. There was speculation almost immediately that the Steelers were going to be one of the top teams to pick him up. He has a great relationship with Tomlin. We've seen that even in his time in Green Bay, where Rodgers makes a play, he kind of looks over to Tomlin, gives him a little smile, maybe a little bit of a wink, things like that. And Tomlin has always been complimentary about Rodgers throughout the years. So not too surprising that he decided to potentially, what looks like will be his final season, finish out his career as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Obviously drafted by the Packers, a historic franchise, and from the looks of it, will finish out his career with one of the other historic franchises in the league. Kick is up, and it's going to be caught right at the 1. Steelers 5, 10, 15, 20, stumbles 25, and officially taken down at about the 29-yard line. And that is where Aaron Rodgers will start this season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right at the 29. It's Rodgers' turn. Yes, it is. Let me try to get them on my TV. All right, I'm watching the Pats. You mind if I put their score up here? Hey, no. Hit it up in the chat, man. No, not a problem, man. Always good to have some updates on some other games. All right, Rodgers under center takes a quick snap, fakes the handoff, and he gets taken down for a sack. Holy cow, the Jets were ready for him, taken down back at the 25, and Rodgers immediately has to be like, really? Really? And that was the big man, number 95, Quinnen Williams, taking down his former starting quarterback. Oh, look at that. Hey, man, you get a big man sack, you get a big man dance. Let's go. 2 receivers on the right side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Looks like number 14 there. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he'll get it back to where they were, to the original line of scrimmage, down to about the 29, maybe the 30. And the Pats down by 7. All right. All right, pretty quickly here, we have a 3rd and long for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3rd and 10, ball at the 29 officially. 3 receivers on that left side. Rodgers alone in the shotgun. Running back now motions to the right side in the backfield. Quick throw over the middle, and he finds his big tight end. That is Pat Freiermuth with a first down catch down the left seam there. 11 to 12 yards. And Rodgers, man, freaking spinning that one, man. Woo! The old man still has the fastball. All right, 2 tight end set. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield. Tight end in motion now to the left, handoff to the left, and it's going to pick up nothing on the run. Jets doing a great job of just making the running back stop his feet and try to find a lane that was not there. Captain Mickey Mouse. I don't see Diggs, though. Yeah, I mean, I think he's coming back from a major injury. I'm pretty sure he's healthy, but they might be trying to limit his snaps early on just to kind of build up some of that stamina, man. The last thing you want is one of your receivers going down early. Jets in the Pittsburgh in the shotgun, throw over the middle, and he tries to hit DK Metcalf, who is running across the field from the left to the right, and DK dropping that one, hit him right in the hands. Yep, took his eyes off the ball, was already looking for where he was going to run. Didn't look that ball in. All right, we have another 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for the Jets here. Rodgers in the shotgun, 2 receivers on that right side, single receiver to the left, running back to his left. Takes a snap. Rodgers looking, pressured, throws quickly to DK Metcalf on that right side. He breaks a tackle and is going to pick up some big yardage down to out across the 40 of the New York Jets. And Rodgers, man, that's what you want to see. The 2 biggest acquisitions for the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason. DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers combining for a big first down on 3rd down. DK, man, just making a man miss and just running up that right sideline for some big yardage and a first down. And we will have 1st and 10, ball at the 37 of New York. Rodgers in the shotgun. Under center, actually. Single back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Fakes the handoff, looking. Oh, nice little run, wide receiver screen on that right side, and it'll pick up about 6 yards. And Captain Mickey Mouse have Rodgers now. Hey, there we go. Let's go. 2nd and 4 coming up for Pittsburgh. They're already roughly in field goal range here, but Rodgers does not want to settle for a field goal. Not against this team, not in this stadium. He wants a touchdown. Let's go. 2 receivers on that left side. Rodgers in the shotgun, hands off to his running back, and he'll pick up a first down gain of about 6 yards. And that was the former Philadelphia Eagle, Kenneth Gainwell, number 14. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball to 25. 2 tight end set. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. And Rodgers changing a few things here at the line. 6 seconds on the play clock. And a nice little toss to the right to Gainwell. He cuts upfield and will pick up about 2, maybe 2.5 yards. Falcons 7, Cincy 7, Jackson 3-0, and Dolphins 0-3. All right, let's go. Thank you, Captain Mickey Mouse, with some updates around the league here. Appreciate you. All right, Rodgers under center, 2 receivers to the left, receiver in motion now to the right, and fakes the handoff, running to his left, and he finds his receiver for a touchdown! Pittsburgh Steelers with a touchdown opening drive here to start the season. Rodgers delivering that one beautifully to number 15. Let me see who that is. And that is Ben Skowronek. Just a heck of a job, man. It was he faked the handoff to the left. You saw that Jets defense shift over, and then the receiver just did a nice little inside route, ran across the field from the left to the right, and was wide open. And the Pittsburgh Steelers extra point is good, and we are going to change the score here to 7-3 Pittsburgh Steelers, and Rodgers scoring some touchdowns at the age of 41. And yes, one of the big reasons I decided to stream this game over some other ones, especially I think it was Commanders versus Giants, even though that was a really good matchup, especially the Commanders, man. I want to see what they do this season. I think Rodgers said it a couple weeks ago, if not a few months ago, that this would likely be his final season in the NFL. And as a Packer fan, as a lifelong Packer fan, I wanted to pay my respects to a legend. And I spent, better part of 15 years watching Week 1 as Rodgers as my quarterback starter for the Packers there from 2008 until basically he left after the 2022 season. I don't think I've ever missed an opening game for the Packers when Rodgers was the quarterback. So I wanted to pay some respects to Rodgers as a legend, as a quarterback, one of the greatest of all time to do it. I wanted to make sure I get his first final season game of the season. So, yeah. Let me turn on some lights here, actually. Give me one moment. All right, there we go. A little bit better. All right. Bosworth kicking this one off. It'll be caught at the 5, to the 15, to the 25, to the 35. And oh my God, he gets tripped up at the 45. Nearly got away from everyone on that Pittsburgh side. But a heck of a run by Gibson, man. And he's showing the sidelines. Hey, almost had it, man. Almost broke it loose. Trying to see here. Did he trip up? Oh, he just tripped over the turf. Oh, man. Not exactly sure when I don't think he was ever touched, so he almost fumbled it as he was trying to get up. I think he thought he was down. But it'll be officially at the 45. 3 receivers on that left side. Justin Fields with a play action, trying to find some room, pressured immediately, and he will run for a gain of about 2. Getting out of a couple sacks, or at least near sacks, on that play that looked like it was kind of broken. And Mickey Mouse. I have all the scores on. Hey, there we go, man. NFL Network, man. Always a lot of updates. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. We try to stream every possible game. We got 3 games going on. We're going to be streaming 3 games today. Justin Fields in the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. Finds Garrett Wilson for a first down right at the line to gain. We have 2:30 left in the first. Pittsburgh up on top by 4. Justin Fields in the shotgun, running back to his back. 2 receivers stacked up on the right side. It's going to be a handoff. This one to Breece Hall, who breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and what was looking like it was going to be a 3 to 4 yard loss turns into a 2 to 3 yard gain with an incredible set of moves by the very talented running back, Breece Hall. I'm trying to think here. Breece, I think he came out of Iowa State. Let me double check. Yeah, Iowa State. All right, Justin Fields in the shotgun. Hall to his left. 3 receivers on that right side. It's going to be a quick throw and trying to get it to Breece Hall on a very quick little stick route out on the left side. But Patrick Queen, the former Baltimore Raven and the multi-time Pro Bowl linebacker, sniffing that one out and only gains about 3 or 4. But if he was not there, man, if Patrick does not make that tackle, that's going for some big yardage. 3 receivers stacked up on the right side. Handoff over the middle here, and that'll be a first down for the Jets. Gain of about 4 or 5 for Hall. And Captain Mickey Mouse, you know who the Packers play next week? Yes, I believe it's going to be a Thursday game against the Washington Commanders. I think that's going to be on Prime. Or on Amazon, I should say. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. Justin in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking, has time, throws it deep to the right side, and it's a touchdown! Garrett Wilson with a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch with a defender basically draped all over him. Heck of a throw, heck of a catch, and a heck of a touchdown play for the New York Jets. And it was just an incredible deep crossing route. Garrett was all the way to the left, and then he just took that thing to the other side of the end zone, to the right side pylon. A heck of a throw, man. 25 seconds left in this very entertaining first quarter. Snap, hold, and the kick is no good. Oh no, it is wide right. But there is a flag. So hold on. Nick Folk, veteran kicker, man, just not. Ooh. We're gonna have to see. I don't want to put it on the kicker. It might have been a hold, might have been a bad snap. I don't know. I mean, everything kind of looked good, but and it's gonna be a false start on the Steelers. So actually, illegal formation, officially the word. So it looks like Nick Folk and the Jets will get a second opportunity for that extra point here. Dave, there's a Monday night game. Yes, there is, man. It's Vikings versus the Bears. So, yeah, we will be streaming that one as well, hopefully, if everything turns out correct. Bills go to MetLife Stadium next week. All right. Arizona up by 3. Washington up by 3. There we go. Getting some updates around here. Let's go. All right. The Jets are foregoing a second opportunity at the extra point, and they're going to go for 2 here since the ball is going to be moved to the 1. I think they like their chances. So we have single receiver to the right, 2 receivers stacked up on the left. Justin in the shotgun, hands it off to Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, the former Wisconsin Badger, and I think they say he's going to be stopped up about half a yard shy of the end zone. So no good for the Jets. It'll stay 9-7 here at MetLife. All right, we're going to go to a commercial break, but we have 25 seconds left in the first. I mean, it's been an entertaining first quarter, man. Like, the Jets started moving the ball on the ground on that first drive, and then the Packers, my goodness, then the Steelers respond with their own impressive drive. It was mostly through the air, man. Rodgers was spinning it. You can tell that the Steelers' offensive line is still a little shaky, man. On the very first play from scrimmage for the Steelers, it ended in a sack. I believe it was Quinnen Williams taking down Aaron Rodgers. But after that, man, even on 3rd and long, Rodgers, man, they relied on him to get them the first down, and each time Rodgers delivered. And obviously that drive ending with an impressive touchdown by Ben Skowronek from a pass from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets, what do? They say, hey, whatever you can do, we can do almost better, except for making the extra point there. But a heck of a throw by Justin Fields, man, just deep down the right side of the field. And Garrett Wilson, incredibly talented receiver, just catching that one basically over his shoulder with a defender very close by, not too far behind, and bringing it in to the end zone. You might want to do the Bills 18th of September as they go to Miami. Yeah, we're going to see what games we can do. I'm kind of limited a little bit just to some of the local games that we have here. I don't have the NFL like Sunday package, at least not yet. But thankfully, for the most part, there's always going to be really good matchups. I always like to kind of pick the best matchups of the two. Today was obviously the exception. I wanted to see Rodgers kind of start out his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Otherwise, I think on the normal Sunday, I probably would have gone with the Commanders and the Giants, because I think those teams have a little bit more excitement to them. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting with these with the Jets and the Steelers, what they do this season. There's a lot of transitionings that's going to happen with both of these teams, whether it be this season or over the next couple seasons, because the Steelers are going to be, they're going to be looking for a quarterback probably next year. And the kick is up. It's going to be caught across the 20, 25, and there's a fumble. Who got it? It looks like the Steelers recovered their own fumble there. Ooh, helmet right to the ball. Johnson. Basically got hit, and the ball was just kind of lingering there, and it got hit. It got knocked out by McCready Hall, number 41 for the Jets. But again, Steelers do recover. They will get the ball at the 28 here to start this drive. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Two receivers stacked up on that left side. Receiver in motion, now motions back. Jets are showing some pressure. They do. Quick throw to DK Metcalf. Makes a man miss to the 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 55, 45. And will be out across near the 40 of the New York Jets. Holy cow. Just a quick little bubble screen on that left side. DK makes a man miss and just goes off for some big yardage. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter here, man. Both of these teams just slinging the ball all over the field, man. Big plays, big runs. Let's go. You get the Thursday night games, right? That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, we definitely get we got Prime, we got all the stuff there around here to get the prime time games. But yeah, Once again, if you are just joining us, please leave a like and subscribe. We try to do as many games as possible throughout the season. I think last year, towards basically the last 2 to 3 months of the season, we averaged about 5 games per week. We do Thursday, we do as many as we can on Sunday, and we always do the Monday night game as well. So, yeah, please leave a like and subscribe. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers before October. Just a big goal that I wanted to get, try to get to those triple digits, and we're going to go from there, man. We got a bunch of content coming out throughout the season. I'm going to try to get as many videos as I can out as well. But yeah, man. But at the end of the day, football is football. That's always going to be the main thing on this channel. And on top of that, we have a great group of people that hit up the chat quite a bit, man. So please get into the chat, get to know some of the people here, man. We got some great people. Appreciate it. All right, why is Timothy Chalamet looking at me like that? It's a little too intimate, man. I almost got lost in Chalamet's eyes there for a second. My goodness. All right, let's see here. All right, while we're on commercial break, let's do a couple updates here on some scores. So we got the Dolphins with just the start of the second quarter. They're down 3-0 to the Colts. Panthers and Jags are tied at 3. Cardinals up 3-0 over the Saints. The Commanders up 7-0 over the Giants. Buccaneers down 7 to the Falcons. Browns and Bengals, it's a 1-point game over there, 7-6. Raiders up 7-0 over the Patriots there. Let's go. So 100 total yards, 102 for the Steelers, 103 for the Jets. So plenty of yardage in that first quarter. Rodgers under center, single receiver to the right, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion to the left. Play action. Rodgers pressured, has to roll out, and we'll just toss that one away. And that'll be incomplete. Rodgers has a few words for the referees. I think he's looking for a flag. There's nothing officially on the screen that indicates a flag, and there will be nothing. So 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rodgers not a fan of Quinnen Williams kind of diving and trying to take him down. Oof. Yeah, Rodgers took a little bit of a beating on that hit. Yeah, Quinnen Williams and Johnson combining on a hit. Rodgers in the shotgun, 2 receivers spread out on the right side, single receiver to the left. Running back gets the handoff, going to the right, trying to bounce it outside, and it'll be unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Kenneth Gainwell will lose about a yard on the play. And that was number 30, Michael Carter, the second, in on the tackle there to bring down Gainwell for a loss. And Browns, they're tied. There we go. Nice job, man. Let's go. These games are close. Rodgers, 3rd and 11, 3 receivers on the left side, single receiver to the right. Rodgers, quick throw to that left side, trying to find somebody, and it'll be only good for about 5 yards. Did I see a flag? No. And that was to the veteran tight end, Jonnu Smith. Picked up about 5 or 6 yards, and the Steelers will punt the ball. This will be the first. Oh, no. Sorry, I forgot they were already in Jets territory. So in is Chris Bosworth, who kicks it, and it is going to be right down the middle. And the Steelers retake the lead here early in the second quarter. And I saw a little bit of frustration from Rodgers. I think it was on. I think it was on that third down play. He kind of was like, "Hey," he's telling his running back, like, "Not over there, dude. Over here." But yeah, man. So obviously, both of the starting quarterbacks for these teams basically switched teams. Justin started out last season as the starter for the Steelers before being benched for basically the rest of the season for Russell Wilson. And at first, I would say the first month, the Steelers looked like they made the right decision. It looked like Russell Wilson was opening up that playbook. It was giving them significantly more flexibility as a passer. But then as the season went on, Russell just got, actually not just Russell, but everybody on that offense just got worse and worse as the season went on. And by the time they made the playoffs, I don't think anybody was really giving them an opportunity to, or I was giving them the benefit of the doubt that they would be like, yeah, they can make a run. I think everybody knew the Steelers were going to be kind of one and done in the playoffs. And then, but you could tell that it bothered Justin quite a bit. Uh, he said the right things when he was asked, but you can tell he's like, I want to compete. I want to be on the field with my guys, trying to make plays. And but yeah, Pittsburgh just never really used him. They started using him a little bit after they benched him, like as a running back or a wide receiver, try to get him in his athleticism on the field. But by the last like month and a half, they just didn't really ever put him in. And then Rodgers, same thing. It just never felt right with the Jets, especially last year. Obviously, his first year he only played 4 snaps before going out for the rest of the year. Last year it looked good, then it looked really bad, then it looked good, and then basically it was just bad after they fired Robert Saleh. And kick is up, called at the 7, across the 20, down across the 30, taken down at the 32. So yeah, man. So both of these quarterbacks have a little bit to prove. Rodgers not having a good time with the Jets in his 2 seasons there. And then Justin Fields felt like he was doing everything right on the field for the most part. Wasn't as, obviously, he's never been a polished quarterback, but they were winning games. Four wins and two losses, but it wasn't good enough. 1st and 10, ball at the 32. Justin in the shotgun, hands it off to his, oh no, it's going to be a keeper. And Justin Fields picks up about 6 on the run to the right side of the field. All right, 2nd and 4 here coming up. Two receivers to the left, tight end in motion, motion's back. Justin Fields in the shotgun, running back to his right. And Justin looking, throws it underneath, but it'll be batted at the line, and that'll be incomplete. 3rd and 4 coming up. TJ Watt. The multi-time defensive player of the year, just making another play. Yeah, man, he just stuck that big paw up there and just knocked that ball out away. All right, 3 receivers on the left side. Justin in the shotgun, running back on that left side, 3 receivers. And over the middle, and he finds his tight end in a tight window. But Ruckert, number 89, able to haul that one in. Holy cow, man. That was a small window. Patrick Queen nearly got to it. But Ruckert able to hold on to the ball and pick up a 1st down for the Jets. And we also have a former not Aaron Rodgers is not the only former Green Bay Packer on the field here. And I'll get to that here. Quick throw to the right side. Gets it to his running back, who breaks it to the 40, 30, 25 is Breece Hall. Holy cow. Nice little screen there on the right side. And then just put on the burners to pick up some major yardage. Caught the ball at about the 38 and then just took off upfield to the 40, to the 30, and taken down just shy, I believe, of the 25. We have a single receiver to the right, two to the left, handoff up the middle, and he'll get it inside the 25 down to the 22. Jets in motion here. Let's go. If Rodgers gets hurt, Mason Rudolph plays. Yes, it is. Yeah. Mason is the backup here in Pittsburgh, and he's been a guy that's been around for a while. I know he left for a season or two, but then came back to the Steelers. All right, 2nd and 8. Two receivers on that left side. Justin in the shotgun, running back to the right. Justin keeps this one, runs to the right, and it will pick up the first inside the 10. And Justin Fields showing that speed, that athleticism to be able to turn the corner and get up that right sideline. And pick up a first down, too. I think officially they're going to mark him around the 8 or 9. Either way, it'll be 1st and goal for the Jets. All right, Fields in the shotgun, running back to his right. Tight end now in the backfield. Single receiver to the left. Handoff up the middle, and that is Braylon Allen, who will be stopped at the goal line, potentially, and it is marking as a touchdown for the former Wisconsin Badger. Allen, who had a pretty solid rookie season. Obviously, the numbers will not pop off at you, but he had some really impressive runs for the Jets and got a lot of praise from Aaron Rodgers, which you don't always see Rodgers praise rookies, especially. It's going to be interesting. They're going to be looking at this one for sure, but right now we will be putting the 6 points on the boards for the Jets. And from the looks of it, it was confirmed as a touchdown, and N is Nick Folk to try to attempt a extra point here. He missed his first one, and this one right down the middle. All right. I mean, we got a game here, man. We got a game here with 10:03 left in the first half. The Jets retake the lead here, 16-10 over Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seastrom! Good morning, buddy. How you doing? Sorry if I'm getting to the chat a little bit late here. There's a lot going on the screen, but holy cow. But Seastrom, welcome, my dude. Good to see you. You should check out subs when you get a chance. Oh, yeah, let's check out the subs. See if there's been any movement here. Like I said, if you're watching, please like and subscribe. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers before October. We do every primetime game. We do every Packer game. We try to do every game that we possibly can throughout the season. I believe towards the end of last season, we were basically averaging 5 games per week. And, yeah, man, I'm just hoping that we can kind of continue to grow. And right now, hey, we got a subscriber, man. Let's go. We are at 91. Getting there, man. Thank you so much to whoever subscribed. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy what we do this season, and we're going to continue to keep going, man. The road to 100 is getting closer and closer. We'll get there. Seastrom, doing good. Heck yeah, man. Hopefully your weekend's going well, my dude. But yeah, man. Let me know if you're watching any games this weekend. Which games are you most interested in, Seastrom, or anybody? Or honestly, let me know which game, which team you're looking forward to either this week or even next week, because we're gonna get close to next week pretty quickly. It's gonna start out with the Commanders and Packers on Thursday Night Football. And Mickey Mouse Bucks just scored. Oh yeah. And then that was my alt. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, man. Oh, thanks, Captain. Appreciate you, dude. And Stitch Hawaiian in the chat, man. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you popping in here. It was this account that made you 91. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. Stitch Hawaiian. Awesome, man. All right, kick is up. It's going to be returned across the 20, 25, and taken down just before the 30. Let's go. All right, we got 9:57 here in the second quarter. Rodgers about to start out another drive. They had to settle for a punt. Unfortunately, that was actually the first punt of the game. All right, we got two receivers on that left side. Rodgers hands it off to Warren, who is going to run to that left sideline and will pick up about 2 yards on the play. Great job by the Jets defense, stringing that one as far as they could before Warren just had no choice but to turn upfield, try to get something. Yeah, this Jets defense, man, definitely underperformed a season ago. There was just so much talent that they should not have been as pedestrian as they were. And hopefully this season they can kind of get back to what they've been doing the last couple of years. Two receivers spread out on the right side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Kenneth Gainwell now to his right. Single receiver to the left. Rodgers takes the snap, looking, and he will pitch it to Kenneth Gainwell, and he will pick up about 4 to maybe 5 yards after that little pitch to the left side. And then, let me see here. Seastrom, Commanders, Giants are what I'm watching right now. Really interested in Packers, Lions, and Bears versus Vikings. Battle of two sophomore quarterbacks. Absolutely, man. The NFL knew what they were doing when they were making this Week 1 schedule. A lot of great storylines. All right, we got three receivers stacked up on that right side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Kenneth Gainwell to his left. Rodgers looking, trying to run, and he will be taken down for his second sack of the game. And that will force another Pittsburgh punt. That was big man number 90, the former first-round pick, Will McDonald IV. This is the player that the Jets used after picking up the Packers' first-round pick, after switching with the Packers in the first-round pick. Punt is away, and it'll be fair caught at the 25, actually the 26, with Gibson there for the Jets. But going back to the Commanders and Giants, yeah, that was the one game I was like, maybe we can stream that one, but I did choose this one. Just for Rodgers. But other than that, there's going to be, and plus I knew there's going to be a lot of Commanders games that we're going to be watching throughout this season. Trust me, they're going to be one of the biggest draws for the NFL. They're going to try to put these guys in as many primetime game slots as they possibly can. I would not be surprised if the Commanders, as long as they perform well, I'd be surprised if they don't probably get flexed into some primetime games. Let me see here. Captain Mickey Mouse, Dave the Colts beating Tua hard. Ooh. Yeah, man. Hopefully Tua can stay healthy, man. Obviously, we've seen and know his history when it comes to concussions. That's always a big worry. Holy cow, yeah, the Colts up 17-0 over the Dolphins with 6:46 left in the second quarter. Yeah, Jags up by 7 to the Panthers. Cardinals 10-7 over the Saints. The Giants finally get a field goal here against the Commanders to make it 3-7. Falcons and Buccaneers, same thing, 7-3 with the Falcons in the lead. Bengals and Browns tied, and Raiders and Patriots also tied in the second quarter there. And Captain Jackson Jag 3-6. Oh, okay. But yeah, man, in this game, it's gonna be. I think you're starting to see the struggle that Rodgers has really had over the last couple seasons. Is that his inability to really move out of the pocket, buy extra time, because that was such a big part of his game early in his career. Like when you look at prime Aaron Rodgers from basically 26 to roughly 35 to 36 years old, his ability to buy time by either rolling out of the pocket or just simply taking off to pick up some decent yardage, it was such a big part of what he did. And you're seeing Rodgers become more and more of a statue. And this is not necessarily criticism. I mean, the guy is going to be 42 in a couple months. And he's played a lot of football. And he's taken a lot of hits, man. Eventually, it does slow you down no matter what. All right, we're back here. Justin in the shotgun. Two receivers stacked up on the left. Receiver in motion now to the right. Fakes the handoff. Pittsburgh with some pressure, and he gets it out to Garrett Wilson, who will pick up about 11 yards and a first down. Just a nice little crosser going to the left sideline there for Garrett Wilson, man. He has been playing pretty darn well. And Breland Allen, man, the second-year running back, picking up a great blitz on that left side to try to give Justin Fields just a little bit of extra time to find Garrett Wilson. Wilson 4 for 60 and a touchdown. 3 receivers on that right side, and it'll be a handoff up the middle, and it'll pick up about 2 to 3 yards for the Jets. And they're going to be around the 45 of their own territory, approaching midfield here. All right, back here, in the shotgun here, 3 receivers on that left side. Receiver in motion now to the right. Handoff, and Justin Fields gets absolutely blown up in the backfield by TJ Watt, reading that one perfectly. And we have a Pittsburgh Steelers slow to get up, and that is, I believe, Elliott, number 25. And unfortunately, he tried to get off the field, but, oh, there we go. It looked bad initially. I wasn't 100% sure what was going on because, his cleats just got stuck on the turf here, man. And it's been talked about many, many times. This turf here in MetLife, it's terrible. But yeah, his cleats he was engaged in the block, and then the guy fell on his knee. He wasn't able to move it because of his cleats. But he's on the sidelines now. Was able to kind of walk off, but clearly struggling. Right. Justin in the shotgun. Gets out of the pocket, throws it over the middle, and is nearly picked off, but it's caught by his receiver. What a Woo! That was a risky throw, man, but Justin is slinging it in this game. Holy cow. Yeah. Pressure in the pocket, steps up, able to get away, and then just lollipopped it in the middle of the field, but able to get to his receiver, who was number 2. I'm trying to see here. Who was that? Number 16. I am not seeing 16 here. All right, we're going to have to figure out who that was later here. 1st and 10, ball at the 38 of Pittsburgh. Tight end in motion to the right. Justin under center, and play is blown dead. There's going to be a flag, and it looks like it's going to be on New York. Delay of game. All right, the first miscue here by the Jets. Not a major one. All right. 1st and 15. Justin breaks the pocket and will turn upfield and will get it just past the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, down to about the 36. Ooh, nice little QB draw on that one. That was quick, man. Dude, Justin is just freaking way too fast. It's ridiculous. Let me see. Captain Mickey Mouse. Tampa has points on the board. Let's go. Baker Mayfield and that offense, man. They need to get going. Justin Fields under center. Fullback, running back in the backfield. Single receiver to the right. Handoff up the middle. Breece Hall breaks a tackle. Breaks another and will be very close to a first down. 2nd and 9. But it will be 3rd and inches coming up here. Hot dang, dude. Breece Hall is just making man miss in a phone booth. Makes a great cut over the middle and then able to nearly get away from Jalen Ramsey. So we got a 3rd and short 1 coming up for the Jets here. Ball at the 29. Handoff up the middle. And Justin Fields trying to make a man miss in the backfield, but will not be able to. He slips on the turf and will lose about 3 or 4 yards back at the 33. No, yeah, roughly the 33. So it looks like the Jets will have to settle for a field goal here, but no. 4th and 5, they're going for it. And somebody calls a timeout here. It looks like it's going to be Pittsburgh using their first timeout of the half. All right, so the Jets rethink their decision on 4th down. It looks like they're going to send out Nick Folk to try to extend this to a 9-point lead, making it a 2-possession lead here late in the second quarter with 2:59 left. So Nick Folk has already made his first field goal. He is 1 for 2 on extra points. Actually, no, I forgot. His miss was wiped out because of a penalty. So right now he's actually perfect on his kicks. 51-yarder. Kick is up, and it's good. Sneaking in on that left upright. And the old man still has some juice left in that leg. And the Jets make it a 2-possession lead here with 2:54 left in the first half. Okay, I see who it was now. Number 16, the receiver that caught that throw over the middle by Justin Fields. Practice squad, he was elevated recently. It is Taylor Johnson, a former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, actually. Yeah, he was a 5th-round draft pick for Tampa back in 2020. He's bounced around a couple teams here. He went to Houston, went back to Tampa, and then Las Vegas, Los Angeles Rams, and now he is with the Jets here, making his first official appearance for the Jets. So nice. Always good to see some fringe roster guys make some big plays on the field. All right, while we're on commercial break, let's look around the league. Let's get some updates. So it looks like there is actually a delay in the Jaguars-Panther game. Right now that score is 10-3. Cardinals and Saints are tied at 10 all. Tampa up 3 points here. Commanders still have a 4-point lead. Bengals on top, 14-7 over the Browns. Raiders and Patriots tied at 7. And the Colts still up big over the Dolphins, 17-0. And if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We try to do as many games as we can. We do every primetime game, every Packer game. We're doing as many as we can this week. We're on pace for 6 games. So if you like that, man, please leave a like. Our goal is to get to 100 before October. We're getting closer and closer. So, and also hit up the chat, man. We got some great people that pop in frequently. So appreciate it. And the Steelers will get the ball, and they will take a knee in the end zone and try to get the ball at the 30. Yeah, man, the Jets have been applying some pretty decent pressure on a older quarterback, and so far they have brought Aaron Rodgers down twice. First one was literally from the first play of scrimmage for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then the last 2 drives for the Steelers have ended in punts. So far, I think they're the only team that has punted in this game. I don't think we've seen the Jets punt yet, but I'll double check that later. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, play action, looking, and nearly overthrows DK Metcalf, but he is unable to haul it in. A little bit too tough. Great coverage by the Jets, and that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And that was Sauce Gardner working on DK. All right, 2 receivers spread out on the right side. Gainwell in the backfield to Rodgers' right in the shotgun. Jets not showing pressure here. They only send 4. Rodgers looking, has to move a little bit, and will find a wide open player down to the 45-40 and across the 35. And that is number 19, Calvin Austin. Just absolutely wide open. There was not a defender within like 10 to 15 yards of him, man. Holy cow. Sorry, about 10 yards. There was one guy about 8 yards behind him, but Calvin Austin is a freaking fast player, man. If you're that far, you're not catching him. 2 receivers to the left, Rodgers in the shotgun, Kenneth Gainwell to his right. And a handoff up the middle here, and the former Eagle picks up some decent yardage, about 7 yards on the ground. Actually, that was Tyler Warren, the who was actually on the Steelers. Jaylen Warren, not Tyler Warren. Jaylen Warren, at number 30, with some really tough running there. Yeah, him and Najee Harris made a pretty decent 1-2 punch for the Steelers at times last year, But Najee is now with the Chargers, from what I can remember. And Warren, he's been pretty solid. I'm trying to remember his numbers from a season ago. Nothing major. Obviously, when you split, carries with another back, your numbers are not always going to be that massive. But he finished with 511 yards on the ground. He also picked up another 310 through the air. So decent numbers, but only had one touchdown the entire season. Let me see here. Seastrom. Wait, just looking at the score. Are the Jets winning? How is Rodgers doing? Rodgers is, he started out okay. His literally the very first play from scrimmage ended in a sack by Quentin Williams, able to bring down Rodgers on the very first play. But then after that, Rodgers responded, and the Pittsburgh Steelers responded really well, able to kind of pick up some third and longs, and they were looking good. And then now over the last two drives, they have punted the ball back to back, and right now it seems to be getting worse. He's been sacked twice. You can tell that some of his throws are kind of off a platform, which isn't always a bad thing for Rodgers, but they haven't been able to connect quite often. DK Metcalf has one bad drop, and he actually dropped another pass here, but it was a pretty high throw by Rodgers. It was not a very accurate one. So a mixed bag here in the second quarter. The first quarter was really good for Rodgers. I think in the second quarter it's more of a mixed results. Let me see here. What's his name, Dave? Najee. Yeah, I think it's spelled with two E's at the end. Najee Harris. Former first-round pick for the Steelers. He was good. I think over the last couple of years, he started to lose his spot as the unquestioned number one back for the Steelers, and eventually I think the Steelers were just willing to move on. I don't think they wanted to give him a second contract. But yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw him he had a couple carries on Friday for the Chargers, but still very much a backup. Two receivers spread out on the right side, single receiver to the left. Rodgers in the shotgun with Kenneth Gainwell, number 14, on his right. It's going to be a carry by Gainwell over the middle, and he'll pick up about 2 yards, making it a 3rd and about 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers here coming up. We are under 2 minutes. The clock is rolling. 144, 143, 142, 141, 140. If you want to be able to sync up your game with us. Yeah, and I think that was a pretty decent pickup for the Chargers. They get a back who has a good amount of experience, can have some really good games, especially when they drafted a rookie as their starting running back. Single receiver to the left, Rodgers in the shotgun, Gainwell to his right. Another fakes the handoff, gets it to the big man, number 81. I believe that is Giannu Smith, the former Tennessee Titan, picking up a first down. Yeah, just a quick little hitter on the right side there. Trying to get it to a reliable, big-bodied tight end. See if he can pick up those 2 yards. And he did. Yeah, so while we're in a little bit of a break here, a little in break. Rodgers 9 of 12. 132, 1 touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 for 13. Jaylen Warren, just 3 for 9. DK Metcalf, 2 for 54 yards. Calvin Austin, 1 for 30 yards that we just saw a few minutes ago. And Ben Skowronek with the 22-yard touchdown so far. Rodgers in the shotgun. Two receivers spread out on that left side. Single receiver to the right. It's going to be a toss to Gainwell on the left, and he'll be taken down right at the line of scrimmage, nearly fumbled the ball. He took a awkward hit. Yeah, the former Philadelphia Eagle there getting absolutely blasted by, I believe that was Quinnen Williams. Jesus. And like Kenneth Gainwell is not a huge running back, man. Let me see here. Officially, yeah, 5'9", 200 pounds. I'm pretty sure Kenneth Williams weighs in by well over 100 pounds and about 7 inches. So yeah, that's a big mismatch when it comes to power. All right, we got 105 here left in this first half. Jets will have used their second timeout here for the game. Rodgers in the shotgun, 2 receivers spread out on the right side. Running back Warren to his left. And fakes the toss. Rodgers throws to the right, and he finds his receiver inside the 5. Holy cow, Calvin Austin having a heck of a drive. He had a 30-yard catch early in this one, and now he catches one, gets him a first down inside the 5, down to the 3. It'll be first and goal. Clock is running under 45 seconds left. Rodgers quick snap in the shotgun, hands it off to his running back, Jaylen Warren, who will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the clock is stopped. I believe it's going to be the Jets using their final timeout here. Clock is stopped at 37 seconds. It was actually the Steelers who actually used their second timeout. They're stopping the clock here. Trying to get the ball back just before the half, trying to see if they can maybe tack on a field goal. All right, we're back. Rodgers in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on that left side. It's going to be a nice little receiver. Oh, he got it! Holy cow. Giannu Smith with a freaking receiver jet sweep from the left to the right, and he got to the pylon. Just a little, here you go, by Aaron Rodgers, and he gets it out to the veteran tight end. It always surprises me how fast Smith is, man. The guy is such a big, he's built like a big wide receiver. But that'll be a touchdown for the former Tennessee Titan. And Pittsburgh going for the extra point here, trying to make it a 2-point game. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Bosworth, good. And he makes it 17-19 with seconds left on the clock here. 32 seconds to be exact. So the Jets will have a few seconds. The Steelers will have a few seconds here. Before they, the Steelers will have a few seconds here before they kick it off to the Jets again and see if the Jets can respond with a little bit of a quick drive here and try to kick a field goal to try to extend this one before the half. Yeah, so let me check what's going on in Carolina. Sorry, I was a little distracted there because there seems to be a delay, and from what Mickey Mouse is telling me, man, they're evacuating the stadium. Okay, so it looks like it's inclement weather. The game has been suspended. So it might be just some lightning. I thought it was gonna be something a little bit more serious, but I mean, either way, I wouldn't want to be standing around if there's gonna be some lightning. So yeah, so from what Ian Rappaport is reporting, the Jaguars-Panthers game is currently suspended in the second quarter due to inclement weather. Yeah, so officially lightning is the reason for the suspension of that game. So hopefully that game can kind of get back on schedule, and hopefully everybody's safe. All right, boom. And that has been your weather update here at I'm Not a Coach. All right, Bosworth in to kick this one away. We're going to see the Jets try to return this one. It'll be caught at around the 3 to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, and taken down officially at around the 33-yard line. 27 seconds left to see what Justin Fields and this Jets offense can do. Trying to see if they can get some points before the half. And Captain Mickey Mouse. Oh my God, Colts. Yeah, it looks like they're up 20-0 here at halftime over the Dolphins. But we got Justin Fields in the shotgun. 2 receivers spread out to the left. Fields looking, has a little bit of time, and steps up in the pocket, makes a few guys miss, and he finds Garrett Wilson 8 yards down the field, gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 19 seconds. Yeah, dude, Garrett Wilson, just ridiculous. Second and 2, 19 seconds left. Fields in the shotgun. 3 receivers on that left side, single receiver to the right. A little bit of pressure, and Fields able to get out of the sack and will not be able to find anybody. 10 seconds taken off the clock. 9 seconds left. 3rd and 2 coming up. Uh-oh. We got a flag. We got helmets off. We got players trying to fight. Oh. And that is Cameron Hayward, the veteran tackle man. Now he's the player without his helmet, and it's going to be a personal foul on the Jets. Let's see what was going on here. So Justin took a hit after the throw, and it looks like some of his team, especially if his offensive lineman Simpson, had something to say. Almost headbutted a number 5 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so that'll wipe away. I was going to say that will wipe away some yardage, but okay, there we go. Sorry, the referees were a little slow to adjust the ball because they were about to just start play from where they were before the penalty. Because, yeah, it was going to be 3rd and 2 still. So now they're showing 3rd and 17, and the ball will be moved back to well into Jets territory. 9 seconds left. They're going to have to do something. There's going to have to be a deep, deep pass if they want something to happen. Justin in the shotgun, 3 receivers on the left side, running back to his left. And it's just going to be a handoff up the middle. And actually a pretty decent run by the third down running back there, number 32. He'll pick up 14 to 15 yards. And that'll be the end of the half here as the Jets are satisfied with just letting this one run out. And we almost have another little skirmish just before the half. No flags, though. All right. So at halftime, it looks like the receivers and the corners were getting into it. Garrett Wilson. Oh, man. Yeah, sounds about right. Am I surprised that corners and wide receivers are the ones getting into it? Not at all. Not at all. So, yeah, Garrett Wilson and Jalen Ramsey getting into it just before the half a little bit, but no flags, nothing major, no punches, no ripping of anything. It was just mostly just jersey tugging there. And then Josh Reynolds was also part of that little bit. That's the weather out there in Wisconsin for the Lions game. The weather in Wisconsin is the last couple of days and even today been perfect. Sorry for getting back to the to the chat a little late here. I was making sure nobody was gonna get ejected before the half here. But yeah, the weather is like 60 to low 70s, sunny, no rain in sight, a couple clouds, but nothing major, man. It has been the last couple of days in Wisconsin has been beautiful. Been perfect fall weather. The Bills game looks good. Weather tonight, 67 up in Buffalo. Yeah, that's basically what it is here in Wisconsin. Officially, it is where I'm at. It is around 65 degrees. It's a little cloudy, but no rain expected at all. So, yeah, man, the Lions and Packer game should be a perfect fall game, man. That is going to be football weather, exactly what you want. All right. So, halftime, Jets on top of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 19-17. The Jets offense looks pretty solid. There's definitely things that you want more from the Jets offense. You want a little bit more efficiency, more consistency from Justin Fields. He has not been bad. He has been, let's check it out, 9 of 11, 134, and a touchdown, no turnovers. Breece Hall has been basically the engine for this offense. 9 carries, 49 yards, averaging almost 5.5 yards per carry. Justin Fields, 6 for 30. He was a little bit more effective in the first quarter as a runner, but in the second half, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers were really starting to pick up on what he was doing. Isaiah Davis, which was number 32, he has 2 carries for 18 yards. A good chunk of that came on that final play there. I probably picked up about 14 or 15 of those yards through there. Garrett Wilson, 5 for 68 and a touchdown. He has been looking in prime form for the Jets here. Breece Hall, 2 for 38. So he's putting in some decent work here in the first half. Basically 11 touches for 87 yards for Breece Hall from scrimmage. A couple sacks. Quinnen Williams with a sack, as well as Will McDonald the fourth with another sack. And then let's look at the Jets here. Rodgers, 11 of 14, a buck 59 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks. The running game for the Steelers has not really done much. Kenneth Gainwell is the leading rusher with 6 carries for 13 yards, and Jaylen Warren, 4 carries, just 9 yards, just 22 yards on the ground for the Steelers. That is definitely going to have to change unless Rodgers can continue to play at this level. But even then, you want to be able to eat up as much clock as you want. You don't want to give guys like Justin Fields too much time because eventually that athleticism will play big dividends in the second half when everybody's a little bit more tired. Everybody can't just be able to keep up with Justin Fields, man. If you let him pop off one big run, dude, boom. DK Metcalf, 2 for 54. He had a really nice catch early in this game. He's had a couple drops. One of them was not a great pass by Rodgers, but the other one was, it was perfectly where it needed to be. But he took his eyes off the ball, was looking where he could run to, and just gotta focus. Calvin Austin, 2 for 51, including actually both of those catches and that yardage came on the last drive for the Pittsburgh Steelers to end the first half. And Ben Skoranek with the other touchdown there, 1 for 22, and Jonnu Smith, 4 for 17, including a little jet sweep type of touchdown there on the right side of the end zone. And nothing in terms of turnovers or even sacks for the Jets defense there, but they have been able to bring down the running backs and Justin Fields in the backfield on a couple runs. So they're doing a pretty decent job of at least minimizing some of the damage there. And Chris Bosworth, just one field goal, a couple extra points. He's been solid. He did miss one extra point, but it was wiped away because of a penalty. But yeah, man, that is the halftime update here for the Jets and Steelers game. And we're going to look around the league here. Let's look at some other games, what they're doing, what the score is, and then we'll kind of get back to basically this game. It'll be coming up pretty soon here, the second half. All right, we got 20-0 Colts over the Dolphins. Cardinals up 17-10 over the Saints. Jaguars and Panthers game is still unfortunately delayed. Hopefully that game can come back here, at least for the fans, man. It's gonna be tough if you're gonna have to be there for 4 to 5 hours. Bengals on top, 14-10 over the Browns. Raiders trailing the Patriots 10-7. Buccaneers and Falcons tied 10-10 at halftime. So we got some close games. We got one blowout, and other than that, we got a couple close games. Oh, and Commanders and Giants. Commanders on top, 14-3 with literally 5 seconds left in that first half. So, but yeah. So when it comes to the Jets, man, I think the thing that they need to do is continue to be able to run the ball. They need to really get Breece Hall some more touches. He has been a great runner for them. I think they're trying to do a little too much with Justin Fields. The last couple times they've tried to run it with him, it has not worked. It doesn't help that for the most part, Justin has been kind of limited to just like 2 big throws, and otherwise it's been just kind of stuff to the sidelines, stuff underneath. They're not playing bad. Neither of these offenses are necessarily struggling. It's just more about what can they do to improve. And I think that's one thing that the Jets can improve on. They need to be a little bit more effective down the field in their passing game, and I think they just need to get the ball to Breece Hall in any way. Whether it's running the ball, getting or in the passing game, he has been phenomenal. He has, almost 90 yards of total offense for them. Some of these other receivers besides Garrett Wilson need to kind of step up a little bit. We did have a nice catch by Johnson over the middle, but other than that, nobody else has really stepped up and been able to get open on a consistent basis. The Jets defense, I think they started to make sure that they can put a little bit more pressure on Rodgers. force him into some mistakes. It's going to be tough. Rodgers has been around the league for a long time. He's always been turnover adverse. So if it's ever close, he's not going to throw it. But I think you can get more pressure on him. They got 2 sacks. They've been able to make him move in the pocket. But I think you can get a little bit more pressure. Keep stopping the run, man. I think you're making Pittsburgh one-dimensional is going to be big. And they need to be able to stop Rodgers from finding guys down the field. Like Calvin Austin, DK Metcalf, they each have some big catches down the field. Ben Skoranek, obviously the 22-yard touchdown. And even the tight end, I think Pat Freiermuth had a nice 10 to 12-yard catch. So that's where the Steelers, their coverage needs to be better down the field. But other than that, I think they're doing a pretty good job. They just got to limit the big plays because Rodgers loves the big play. He loved it in Green Bay. He talked about that on the Pat McAfee show constantly when the Packers were struggling towards some of those later seasons. And he always just said, we just need one big play. He's always going to be looking for the big play down the field to kind of get the offense moving and going. And that usually was the issue at times where you could see that Rodgers could find somebody, 7-8 yards down the field, but he was always looking for that 18 to 25, 30-yard throw. And he would not look for something that could make the third down play a little bit easier. So let's see here. They said Diggs is cleared for today's game. Change your thing. It says second. Oh, yeah. Forgot. My apologies, guys. Look at that, man. Still a little rusty. Let's go here. Boom, boom. Thank you for looking out. Mickey Mouse, I appreciate you, buddy. Halftime. There we go. But yeah, now let's see what the Steelers need to work on. One, running the ball. Only 22 yards on the ground. It's not good enough. You got some really solid backs. Kenneth Gainwell he was a backup for the Philadelphia Eagles, but he was basically their primary backup to Saquon Barkley, and he looked pretty effective at times last year throughout that Super Bowl run for the Eagles. So he needs to kind of get going. He needs to be, I think, more involved in the passing game. They need to find certain ways to get him the ball. I don't think it's necessarily in the backfield. Try to get him up above the line of scrimmage, 4 or 5 yards, and see what he can do. Make a man miss, things like that. Jaylen Warren needs to be way more effective. He looked a little bit better last year, but he did have games like he has now where he just could not seem to get going. Every single time he touches the ball, he's a little slow to get upfield. And I understand the Jets are doing a great job of kind of moving these running backs, forcing these running backs to move laterally instead of, up and down the field. But you sometimes you just got to put your head down and see what you can get. Be aggressive, use your muscle, man. You got to get these guys. You can't force them to, move you to the sidelines. Sometimes you just got to put your nose in that chest and just move down the field. It's better to get 2 or 3 yards, like in that manner than just hope that you can find an open window by, moving to the sidelines. That's my opinion. Let me see here. What else? Justin Fields, like I said, he just needs to be a little bit more effective, get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. I think he's holding on to it a little too long. I think the Jets need to find ways to be able to get these receivers open, try to get some slants, try to get something that's within, 7 to 8 yards for Justin Fields to get that ball out quick. Obviously easier said than done, but yeah, you have the talent at wide receiver. You have Garrett Wilson, one of the best receivers in the game. You got to find ways to get him involved more, get him the ball quickly so he can make a man miss. Let me see here. Pittsburgh's defense, they need to get pressure on Justin Fields. They've caught him in the backfield a couple times, but each time, there's been at least 3 or 4 times where they probably could have brought him down for a sack, but each time he's been able to get away. He's a crazy athletic, big quarterback. I get it. It's not going to be easy, but you need to bring him down. You need to start forcing these Jets to punt a lot quicker, get the ball into Aaron Rodgers' hands as many times as you can. Try to get the Jets offense off the field because they are dominating the time of possession, I believe. But yeah, other than that, and then you got to stop Brees Hall. You got to stop Brees Hall at all costs. He's been tearing you up. Like I said, 87 yards from scrimmage. That's a lot for one player to have. The Steelers have to do a better job of focusing on him and trying to get Justin Fields on the ground. And we are back. Kick is up. Caught at around the 3. The Steelers will return it to the 20, 25, and taken down at around the 30 and officially at the 30. Let's go. And we got Justin Fields here. He's going to hand it off to Warren. And just like I was saying, gets upfield immediately using those muscles. And he picks up 9 yards on the first run of the second half for the Steelers. Let's go. That literally doubled Jaylen Warren's run total there. He was coming into the second half with 9 yards. He now has 18. I think I said Justin Fields. Rodgers hands it off. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to the right. Another handoff, and Warren gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, the big man, number 95. Holy cow, man. Just knifing his way into that backfield. That freaking big man, dude. That dude is incredibly talented, man. I wish the Packers would have drafted him, but yeah. All right, Rodgers alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers on that left side, 2 to the right. Jets showing some pressure. They only send 4, but the play is blown dead. There's a flag on the field. And then Mickey Mouse, you ready to see the News Bills jersey? I am, dude. I am. Yeah, dude. Any like some new jerseys may not look good, but I feel like the Bills have some really classic colors. I think it's really tough to make a mistake with blue, red, and white. It's always gonna be good. So it's going to be delay of game on the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3rd and 6 coming up. Single receiver to the right. Rodgers in the shotgun. Running back to his right. It's looking pressured and incomplete. Rodgers needing to get that one off. Literally being hit as he threw. And the Steelers are going to have to settle for a punt here on 4th and 6. Woo! Yeah, Rodgers took a shot on that one. I was going to say nothing bad, but Quinnen Williams came in there like a big balloon, like a freaking Zeppelin, and just rocked Rodgers right in the chest. Punt is away, caught at the 26. Sorry, the 16. My apologies. Dang, man. Like I said, they put pressure on Rodgers, man. They were able to bring him down twice. They kind of forced a 2 or 3 other throws, So looks like the Jets are going to continue to be able to get some pressure on the 4-time league MVP. And that was Jermaine Johnson was the guy that initially got pressure on Rodgers, and then Quinnen Williams able to get the hit on Rodgers there on 3rd and 6 to force a punt. Mickey Mouse, I know why Dolphins aren't making any points. What's going on, man? Let me know. It's because Tua keeps getting intercepted. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately, Tua does have a history of of that as well. I think, let me see here, Tua 9 of 12, 58 yards, and two interceptions. Eesh. That's a rough game for Tua. Yeah, anytime you're making Daniel Jones look like the better quarterback, that is going to be a rough day. But yes, if you are just joining us, man, we are trying to get to 100 subscribers before October. Please leave a like and subscribe. We do as many games as we possibly can. This week we are doing 6, and next week it looks like we're going to be doing at least 5. So yeah, man, we try to do every primetime game, every Packer game, and just about anything that we can get our hands on, man, when it comes to football. So if you want to be part of that journey, please leave a like and subscribe. Helps out the channel immensely. All right, we are back. 13:07 here in the third. Jets still on top, 19-17. They just forced the Steelers to punt, and they're going to have an opportunity here to probably try to push this to a double-digit lead if they can get into the end zone. All right, Fields initially starts out in the shotgun, now motions and gets under center. Tyler, the tight end, in motion. Play action, roll into his left, and the ball is batted and nearly intercepted by number 95. I believe that is Keanu Benton, the former Wisconsin Badger. Literally had the ball in his hands but was falling down, and I hate to say it, but I think the big belly got in the way. Yeah, he literally had it. He tucked it, but when he landed right on the ball, and that thing just scored it out for an incomplete pass, nearly, and a big man interception. And we know in this channel, we love a big man interception. We love a big man return interception as well. In the pistol, handoff to Breece Hall, who bounces it to the left. He's going to get upfield and pick up about 2 to 3 yards on that left sideline. All right, so we got a third down coming up here, third and relatively long for the Jets. They've been able to convert a couple of these throughout the game, but it's not been as smooth as you would want on the first 2 downs over the last couple of drives, man. The Jets have really struggled on first and second down, especially when they try to throw. All right, we got single receiver to the left, receiver in motion now to the right. Quick throw to Garrett Wilson, and they get it to him, but he's going to be about 2 to 3 yards shy of the first down. A good job there by, it looks like Jalen Ramsey was the first guy there to be able to slow Garrett Wilson down, and then the rest of the defense just flying to the ball. All right, 4th and 3 coming up, and the Jets will be punting this ball away. And not a great punt, and it'll be downed inside the 40, down to about the 38. Uh-oh. We got a flag. We got some shoving. Oh, boy. Yeah, the last couple drives here, there's been a lot of shoving, a lot of trash talking, and a couple instances of flags being thrown. So we're going to see what's going on here. Personal foul. It's going to be on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, it looks like number 38 there got way too aggressive. So I think it's going to be offsetting penalties, it looks like. So we'll see. Jimmy Garoppolo is now the Rams, and he's now playing for 2 games. Oh, he's the backup? Yeah. I'm wondering what airport Rodgers came in from. New York City. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah, I'm trying to think here. I mean, what, Pittsburgh is just south there, so there might be one of those, might be one from that area. If I'm being honest, he might be using the same airport that he always used to use when he was in New York. Yeah, so both of these offenses struggling to get going here in the first couple drives, or for each of their first drives here in the second half. Yeah, both of these teams had really good defenses last year, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that these defenses are starting to kind of take over just a little bit here, having a little bit of a spike in production. All right, looks like we are back from the commercial break here. Let's see what we got. It looks like the Steelers leave from EWR tonight. Oh, right on, man. Mickey Mouse with the information on the travels, man. Looks like Tomlin is having a word with the referees. All right, looks like we are back. Officially, the ball is spotted at the 23-yard line, and now Aaron Glenn is having some words with the referee. Or with the head ref, I should say. EWR is Newark. Okay, there we go. Newark Airport. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left, receiver in motion, and he is nearly intercepted, trying to get it to number 19 there. I believe that was Calvin Austin. And that was number 30 there, Carter II, nearly able to get an interception that he probably would have been. That would have been a special one, being able to pick off Aaron Rodgers. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Come on, show me everybody else. Come on. There we go. We got 2 receivers on the left side. Handoff going to the left there. Kenneth Gainwell able to break a tackle and will be out across the 25 down to about the 28-yard line. Picking up about 5 or 6 yards on the carry. All right, Ooh, it looks like Pittsburgh is getting quickly to the line. Rodgers under center. Quick throw over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Overthrows his receiver. Trying to get it to Gianno Smith there down the middle there, basically just down the seam. Rodgers telling him, no, don't cut in, don't cut across, just go straight up. So it looks like there was a penalty on the Jets. Too many men on the field. So that'll give the Pittsburgh Steelers a first down, 1st and 10. Ball at the 34. Rodgers play action. And he goes down for another sack. That is the 3rd sack of the game. And it is the young man, Will McDonald. And that is sack number 2 for that young man. And the irony that Will McDonald is able to sack Rodgers, because that first, the reason Will McDonald is a Jet is because the Packers traded their first round pick to the Jets. They basically swapped picks, and with that first round pick, they picked up Will McDonald, man, on that Aaron Rodgers trade between the Packers and the Jets. Quick throw to Freiermuth, and he'll pick up some decent yardage there on the left side. Yeah, I'm trying to see what did the Packers get? They traded Rodgers. They swapped first round picks that year, and the Packers able to pick up a couple of first and second, two second round picks for Rodgers. So yeah, man, Will McDonald could have easily been a Packer if he was there, but hot dang. So we got 3rd and 12 now. Rodgers underneath to Kenneth Gainwell. He'll pick up about 5 yards, and it'll be 4th down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another punt. The Jets, man, sending pressure again, man, and Rodgers just unable to really move and buy time. He just tried to find somebody underneath, try to give his guys a chance, but nothing going. Punt is away, and it'll be picked up at the 13. Oh, we got to run 20, 30, and taken out at around the 33 is Gibson with a heck of a return, about 20 yards on the return. All right, we are on a commercial break. So far, man, the defenses have been ruling the second half. So far, we have 3 punts on 3 drives. Jets able to get their 3rd sack of Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers, a little bit of a miscommunication or just not on the same wavelength as his tight end. Rodgers telling him, "Hey, don't try to bend it inside. Keep it straight." Which he has a point, because when unfortunately that ball was bent in, if he would have thrown it and tried to catch it, he was about to Gianno Smith was about to get blown up by the safety there. So I think that's why Rodgers saying, "Hey man, there is nobody in the middle of the field to keep it straight," and it would have been a first down and a lot more. Da, 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 ba, 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 da, bum, 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 ba, da, da, dun, 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 dun. There we go. All right, as we're coming back here, let's see if Justin Fields and this offense can get back on track, man. All right, Justin under center here, tight end in the backfield, running back as well, single receiver to the left. Gets the handoff, and they try to run it to the right side, and the Steelers were ready for it. Number 56, the outside linebacker, Highsmith, with a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see here. Captain Mickey Mouse. Browns lead by 2, and Panthers Jags resumes at 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Ooh, all right, man. That's good. That's good. Good for those fans, man. All right, we got Justin in the shotgun. Single receiver to the left. Running back to his left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Breece Hall able to get some wiggle room. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. All right, we got 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Jets. Single tight end to the right. Justin Fields alone in the shotgun. And they got 4 options on that left side. Holy cow. All right, there we go. Garrett Wilson now motioning to the right. Takes the snap. Has a little bit of time over the middle, and he'll find his tight end for a big first down. That is Rutger with a great catch down to about the 48. Nearing midfield here for the Jets. Heck of a throw there. A little bit behind, but probably a good thing. All right, we are under 7 minutes here left in the third, and the Jets finally getting something going. Justin under center, single back in the backfield, another nice little handoff. Breece Hall breaks it to the left, and he will get a first down and more down to the 36, and that is a gain of 15 yards by the man out of Iowa State. Just a nice little handoff, cuts it to the left, and then just right in that freaking that gap that was just opened up by his offensive lineman, just moving guys out of the way. And officially just shy of the 35. Justin under center, tight end in motion. And yeah, there's gonna be a false start there. There was some movement before the snap. And that was going to be on the practice squad elevated Taylor Johnson, number 16, who actually has a pretty good catch in this game. Justin in the shotgun, hands off to Brees, who cuts it to the left, breaks the tackle, gets another first down, and it'll be taken down around the 23-yard line. Another explosive play by this running back, man, dude. He has been absolutely phenomenal, getting away from TJ Watt. And just, dude, there was just nobody in that gap. Once again to the left side. That's been a pretty good side for Breece Hall to run through. Picked up about 12 or 13 yards. Justin in the pistol. Garrett Wilson in motion. Now to the left, handoff to Braylon Allen, who will pick up about a yard, maybe 2 on the run to the right. Yeah, Allen not having nowhere near as much success as Breece Hall in this game. Definitely different types of backs. Breece Hall is a kind of like, I don't want to say a one cut kind of back, but he typically is gonna, as soon as he sees a hole, he's just gonna boom, cut, go upfield. Has a little bit more wiggle, definitely a little bit more speed than Allen. Allen is definitely a one kind of speed kind of guy. Still pretty quick, a little bit more powerful. Garrett Wilson in motion to the left. 2 running backs on that left side. Justin in the shotgun, looking. He's going to throw. He finds his man to the 10, to the 5, and might be a touchdown, but I think they're going to say Garrett Wilson is taken down at the 2. That was a heck of a route by Garrett Wilson and a heck of a job by Fields. He looked like he was going to run, and at the last second saw Fields wide open in the middle and just tossed it to him. All right. 2nd and goal, ball at the 2. Justin Fields keeps the ball. He extends, and it's a touchdown! The New York Jets at home, 25 points and counting. They are ready for week 1 football, man. QB sneak, and looks like Sawyer able to get to Justin Fields just before he crosses the goal line, but Fields able to keep his body off the turf and then just extends that ball into the end zone. Holy cow, Justin Fields, man, having a pretty impressive debut as the Jets starting quarterback. Yeah, that was 8 plays, 6 rushing yards, 2 passes, and a touchdown. Finally, these teams can get on the board. After 3 consecutive punts, we finally got some points here in the second half. Extra point is up, and it is good. Nick Folk, perfect on the day. Makes it 26-17. The Jets reestablish a 2-possession lead here in the third quarter. 3:46 left before the fourth quarter starts, man. Let's go. They are moving now, the Panthers and Jacks. All right, let's go. Tampa, 17-10. All right, man, they got a lead over the Falcons. And if you're just joining us, man, we're going to keep it rolling this week. We got 6 games. We've done 2. This is our 3rd. We're going to keep it rolling, man. We're always going to keep it rolling. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers before October. Right now, we are at 91. So please, if you like the channel, if you like what you've seen, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe. We're going to be doing this all season long. We're going to do as many games as we can. We do every primetime game, every Packer game, anything that we can get our hands on in terms of a football game, we're going to try to do. Yeah, man, if I was talented enough, who knows, man, I might grow. I would be doing 2 games at the same time, I wish. But either way, man, we're going to keep it rolling. Please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely. But regardless, man, I always appreciate you guys watching, popping into the chat as well, man. It's always appreciated. And, man, we're just going to keep it going, man. This game, I'm not going to lie, I was a little worried that this game would be kind of boring. It has not been boring, man. We've seen some sacks. We've got near interceptions from both quarterbacks. And there's plenty of points, man. Plenty of points. Yeah. This game has provided basically everything you would want in a football game, except for maybe a turnover. But something tells me we're going to get one before this game is over. I bet you this game is going to bring you close to 4:25 kickoff. It might be, but don't worry. Once again, guys, if I'm a Packer fan, man. Well, if we have to, we will cut this one a little bit early just to make sure I can set up everything for that Packers and Lions game. But I would always keep you guys updated on what happens in this game, so do not worry about that. We will catch the Steelers catch it at the 2, get it across the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, and taken down at around the 32-yard line is where Aaron Rodgers and this Steelers offense will start. Yeah, so far they have struggled in this second half, man. 2 consecutive punting drives. They're going to need to get something going here, man. You're down by 9, 2-possession game. You do not want to give the Jets the ball back here with an opportunity to make this a potentially 3-possession game, man. Rodgers under center. Single receiver to the right. Single back in the backfield. Rodgers tosses it to the left. Jets playing this one perfectly, and they will knock him out of bounds for a loss of about 2, but there is a flag on the field. All right, so that was number 20 there on the carry. That is a player we have yet to see carry the ball. And that is Caleb Johnson. So, yeah, getting his first carry of the day. That is a 3rd-round pick. Oh, the rookie out of Iowa. Getting his first NFL carry. Let's freaking go. Yeah, there you go, man. Congratulations to that young man. 2 receivers spread out on the right side. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw. Oh, and Sauce Gardner breaking up what would have been a 9-yard catch by DK Metcalf. Rodgers pointing to himself, saying, hey, that was on me. He did throw it a little bit behind DK. That gave Sauce Gardner a chance to make a play on that ball. So that'll be 2nd and 10 coming up here, ball at the 45. Rodgers in the shotgun, 2 receivers stacked up on that left side. Single receiver to the right. Rodgers looking, has time, throws it underneath, gets it out to Jaylen Warren, who will break a tackle and get a first down gain of about 14 or 15 yards. Heck of a job, man. Holy cow. Let's go. We had a Jets player stumble trying to get to Warren on that one. Gave Warren enough space to pick up a first down and a little bit more. All right, Rodgers under center, Warren in the backfield, hands it off, cuts it to the left, and he'll pick up about 3 yards on the play. Heck of a job by the Steelers. Looking a lot better on this drive. All right, no huddle offense. Rodgers wanted to keep this tempo. Ball at the 35 of New York. Rodgers in the shotgun, Warren to his right. 2 receivers stacked up on the left side. DK Metcalf on that left side as well. Rodgers pressured, finds a wide open DK Metcalf at the 30, 25-20, and inside to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, ball at about the 17 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just a shallow crossing route by DK Metcalf. Nobody went with him, nobody near him, and he made them pay for that. Rodgers doing a great job of kind of moving a little bit in the pocket here, looking like the old young Rodgers. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left, single receiver to the right side. Hand off to Warren. This one running to the right. He'll get it inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. Nice gain of 3. All right, there you go. Warren looking a little bit better. It looks like we have Quinnen Williams on the sidelines. Not sure if it's an injury thing or a breather. All right. 2 receivers spread out on the left. Rodgers in the shotgun with Warren to his right. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Warren up the middle. He'll get it inside the 10. And he's going to be very near a first down. It's going to be where they blew the play dead. And it'll be about a yard shy of the first down. The final push did get him over the line, but I think they blew the play dead just before that final push. And yes, it'll be 3rd and 1. Similar formation here. 2 receivers on that left side. Warren gets the handoff. Rodgers. And it'll be a first down. Ball will be spotted at the 5. And the Pittsburgh Steelers finally getting this running game going. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5. And we got a little skirmish after the play. We got a linebacker and offensive lineman kind of getting at each other. And that'll be it. That is the end of the 3rd quarter here in Rutherford, New Jersey. We head to the 4th quarter with the Steelers knocking on the door. I don't think there's time for Tua to catch up because just they're entering the 9th. Ooh. Yeah, no. I think the Dolphins are going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board here. And that was the one thing I think we talked about it on, I think it was Friday night, that it would not be surprising if the Dolphins just kind of didn't perform this year. They've looked good. They've always been an explosive offense, especially with the amount of weapons and the type of quarterback and the type of offense that they run. But then there are times where they just look terrible, man. And on top of that, I don't think that defense has ever really come together. I think the entire time McDaniels and Tua have been there, the Dolphins have rarely ever been, rarely finished inside the top 10 in terms of defense. It's always been kind of like a middle of the road to a little bit below average defense. And I think you're starting to see the offense start to decline potentially a little bit here and there. But again, I don't want to read too much into a week 1 game. We've seen, the Packers, they've had it a couple times where they go up against a team like the Saints or whatever, they get blown out, and you're thinking, oh, this is the year. This is the year that and then they finish that year as the number 1 seed in the NFC. So, who knows? But it's just more of an observation that could potentially happen with the Dolphins. If that offense doesn't perform to its ability, I don't think that the defense is going to be able to be good enough to save them. So, Tua is down 30 points. Holy cow, man. Jesus. That is rough. All right, man. We are back. Fourth quarter, 15 minutes away from seeing what happens here. Will Justin Fields be able to get a little bit of revenge on the team that benched him, or will Aaron Rodgers come back to Rutherford, New Jersey and get a win? Play action. Rodgers rolling to his right, finds Warren, and that is a touchdown! On that right side, wide open, was Jaylen Warren. Nobody went with him, dude. Holy cow, getting it to his running back. Great little bootleg, running to the right. Rodgers, his third touchdown of this game. Oh boy, man, we got ourselves a game here. All right, Bosworth in for the extra point here, trying to make it a 2-point game. Kick is up and good. And this is Rodgers' 86th game with at least 3 passing touchdowns, I should say. That's insane. That is insane. So, obviously some of them came on a 16-game season, but let's just do the math. 17-game season, that is literally 4 consecutive seasons where every single game you throw at least 3 touchdowns. That is wild. And Rodgers with 506 touchdowns, just closing the gap against the man that he backed up for 3 years in Green Bay, Brett Favre, the nearest quarterback that he is chasing in the all-time touchdown list. So if you're just joining us, man, this game has been absolutely wild. So the Jets have just been able to kind of stay ahead of it, but can't seem to pull away. It'll be returned to the 20. It's a fumble, and oh my God, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have recovered the fumble by Gibson on the kickoff here. Oh my God, man. He was holding that thing like a loaf of bread. Oh, wow, what a freaking forced fumble that is. Kenneth Gainwell, the former Philadelphia Eagle, with an insane. He didn't even tackle him. He looked like he was going to miss the tackle, but all he did was just extend that arm and just bat at the ball, and that thing just popped loose. And in comes Aaron Rodgers. Again, with a short field and an opportunity to give the Steelers a big lead here early in the fourth. All right, ball at the 22. Rodgers under center. 3 tight ends set. Handoff up the middle, getting it to Warren, who is able to kind of pick his way up the middle here for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Steelers. So a field goal will give them a 1-point lead, but they do not want to settle for that, obviously. And also Ben Skoranek was the guy, so the player that picked up the first touchdown here in the game is the first guy to be able to recover that Gibson fumble just a few minutes ago. 2 receivers on the left side. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield. Rodgers play action, throws it over the middle, and a wide open Calvin Austin in the end zone. And Rodgers 4 touchdown throws here today, and the Steelers retake the lead here early in the fourth. Holy cow, man! We are seeing vintage Aaron Rodgers. Ooh, just a beautiful little corner route, man. He faked like he was gonna just pop up either way. Oh, my God, man. Great job by Calvin Austin, man. Like I said, turned up field, give it a little shake, and then went to the right side corner there in the end zone, wide open. And the extra point is up, and Chris Bosworth Boswell. Boswell makes it 31-26 Pittsburgh here in the fourth. So the Steelers able to capitalize on the Gibson fumble on the kickoff. Ben Skowronek, Kenneth Gainwell able to force the fumble, and Ben Skowronek able to recover it and give Aaron Rodgers an opportunity to take the lead, which, of course, Rodgers able to get it done. Calvin Austin, man, having a heck of a game too, man. So yeah, man, if you're just joining us, please leave a like and subscribe. This game is absolutely freaking wild. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers before October. We're close. Help me out, man. It's always gonna, we're going to be doing as many possible games as we can throughout the season. We're doing 6 this week. We're going to try to do 5 next week. We do every primetime game, every Packer game. Anything we can do to get some games on the channel, we will do. All right, so while we're on commercial break here, let's do a couple updates here on the scores around the league as we're approaching the ends of some of these games. So we got Dolphins. I think they just scored their first touchdown. Right now it is 6-30. They are down big to the Colts. I don't think they're going to have enough time to even make this game interesting. Just 6 minutes left. Panthers game is back on. They are in the second quarter. It was delayed. That game was delayed for quite a bit. Jaguars on top 10-3. Cardinals on top of the Saints 20-10. And the Commanders have a 14-6 lead over the New York Jets. Over the New York Giants in the late in the third. Buccaneers up 17-14 over the Falcons here with 12:33 left in the fourth. Bengals have a 1-point lead, but I think the Browns just scored and they might just be able to tie it up here early in the fourth. It is 17-16 Bengals. Raiders up by 7 over the Patriots. So we are back. Boswell able to kick this one away, caught at the 5-yard line to the 25, across the 30, and Gibson able to hold on to the ball this time and gets it down to about the 33. And there we go, Dolphins on the board. And Captain Mickey Mouse says, Colts probably going to stop it right now. Probably, man. Probably. Yeah, that's going to be one for the Dolphins that they're just going to have to just kind of take and see what they can do next week, man, because you don't want to linger on a loss like this early in the season. Justin Fields under center, hands it off to his running back. Breece Hall breaks it, and he'll pick up 12 yards on the play. Another first down, another great run by Breece Hall. I think that will put him over 100 yards on the day, I believe. I thought he was going to be able to break that one for even more, but did a good job to be able to stop him after that big hole opens up on that right side of the offensive line. We got 13:30 left in the fourth. Justin under center, Breece Hall alone in the backfield. 2 receivers stacked up on that left side. Tight end in motion. Garrett Wilson now in motion to the right side. And Breece Hall able to break the initial tackle by TJ Watt, but still brought down in the backfield for a loss of about 2, maybe 3. And officially a loss of 4. All right, Justin Fields in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the left, single receiver to the right. Running back to his right. Ball at the 41. Justin looking, has some time, throws over the middle in between two defenders, and it'll pick up a good chunk of yardage. It'll be probably 3rd and 2 coming up. Hot dang, that was a risky throw, man. There was two guys that had probably had a chance. Patrick Queen, once again, probably had a chance to pick it off. 3rd and 1 in Pittsburgh territory, and the ball is going to be handed off, and it'll be a first down for the Jets. They get it inside the 45 down to about the 42. So it looks like we have Joey Porter Jr., number 24 for the Steelers. He is on the sidelines. Looks like he might be dealing with a little bit of an injury. He doesn't have his helmet, and he's been stretching his left leg. So not a good sign, but hopefully he's okay. So under center, fakes the handoff. Justin looking, throwing to the left side. He has his tight end, and that's a big first down inside the 25, down to about the 23. The Jets pushing the ball down the field. They are trying to get this lead back. Yeah, and that was Mason Taylor, the rookie out of LSU, the 2nd-round pick for the Jets here. Fakes the handoff. Justin Fields trying to make a man miss. He does get to the edge and able to outrun Patrick Queen enough to be able to pick up about 4, maybe 5 on that quarterback keeper. Oh, man, this game is, woo! It's more than what I could have wished for here, man. Let's go. So far, 57 points here in this game, and we still have about roughly 10 minutes left in the 4th. Justin Fields under center, single back in the backfield. 2 receivers stacked up on that left side. A lot of pressure, but able to get past the defenders in the backfield and picks up about 4 yards, setting up a 3rd and short for the Jets is Breece Hall, who was well over 100 yards on the day, and he's having a phenomenal game. Yeah, Breece had about 87 yards from scrimmage at halftime. I'm pretty sure he is well over 140 at this point. All right, shotgun, 2 receivers on that right side. Fakes the handoff, has a blocker. Justin Fields breaks the tackle and gets it down to the 10-yard line. Picks up a first down on 3rd down. But there is a flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. Ooh. Personal foul on the Jets. It'll be a low block. Looks like they're getting Garrett Wilson with the flag, and that'll wipe away a first down run. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. And it'll make it 3rd and very long for this Jets team. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, they got it wrong. It's not number 5 on the Jets. It's number 5 on the Steelers. Because they were showing number 5 there. Not only did they show Garrett Wilson on the camera, but the little indicator said Garrett Wilson. So it's actually going to be on the Steelers. So it would have been an automatic first and goal, ball at the 5 for the Jets now. Because I was going to say, when they were showing the low block, I was like, I don't see Garrett Wilson. I'm pretty sure he's on the right side of the field. They were showing the left, where the play was being run to. And I was like, I don't see Garrett Wilson anywhere. So Mike Tomlin wants an explanation on the low block there. So, yeah, it's actually the penalty right now as it's being called is on Jalen Ramsey on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, yeah, to me, it doesn't look like Ramsey is even aiming for the blocker. He's trying to get around him. So I don't think that should be a penalty, but we'll see what the official word is. Are they going to pick up the flag, or are they just going to be like, yeah, we're just, yeah, we made a mistake, but you're going to have to pay for it. Justin Fields. All right, so the flag will stand under center, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion, and they run it to the left, and Breece Hall able to just pick up a yard, getting it inside the 5 down to the 4. David Stegosaurus. Hello. And everyone take a minute to laugh at the Dolphins. Hot dang, man. Just a savage, man. You just David. If you know David, if you know the chat well enough, man, David is one of the funniest people that we have on here, man. Just an absolute savage. Anytime there's going to be shade thrown, there's going to be some shade thrown. So, I respect it, though. Justin Fields in the shotgun, receiver in motion to the right, fakes the handoff, and Fields taken down in the backfield for the first time tonight. I should say today, not tonight. But, man, first sack, terrible time for that to happen. And that was Highsmith getting the first sack for the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. Good to see Alex Highsmith, man. He's been dealing with some injuries over the last couple of years. He's always been productive when he's healthy. His numbers are always really solid, but it's good to see him back on the field. So it'll be 3rd and goal all the way back at the 10 after the sack. We got single receiver to the left, Justin in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. Justin stepping up, rolling out. He breaks the 5 and will stay in and get it down to the 1. It'll be 4th and goal. Great job by the Steelers, able to knock him out just before he could get to that pylon. And that was a heck of a one-on-one tackle by number 26, Brandon Eccles, man. If he does not get to Justin Fields, Justin is going to literally be able to just moonwalk his way into the end zone. So we got 4th and goal here. We do have a Pittsburgh Steeler down. That's number 77, Broderick Jones. Oh, no, sorry, not 77. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong number. That is 97. That is the stalwart of this Pittsburgh defense. Sorry, I'm just double checking. They're checking his head, it looks like. But anyway, Cameron Hayward, sorry. Number 97, man. That is Cameron Hayward is about as old school as you can be, man. To have a guy not be able to get off the field like that, man, yeah, that's tough. He seems to be a little bit frustrated with something. Might be an eye poke, it looks like. All right, so if you're the Jets here. So a field goal makes it a field goal game, basically. It makes it a 2-point deficit. But if you go for it, obviously, and you get it, you take the lead. But if you miss it, you're still down by a full 5 points, man. And you got 7 minutes left. This could be, you probably only have one other time that you can get the ball. Unless the Steelers do just an incredible job of being able to salt the rest of the game away. So, all right. So it looks like Pittsburgh here is going to use a timeout. So the Jets actually used the timeout earlier here, so I got to update some of these here. There we go. Captain Mickey Mouse. Oh my God. Colts just made a field goal. There we go, man. Just adding to the deficit. All right. We are back. 4th and goal. The Jets are going for it here. Single back in the backfield. Tight end in motion. Fields under center. He keeps it, and he's literally going to stroll to the end zone. And the Jets take the lead, and they're going to go for 2 after this one. Heck of a job, man. They faked the handoff to the left, and just basically nobody went with Justin Fields there. Wow. Wow. This game is just absolutely wild. And the Jags are winning 20-3, man. Holy cow, man. Looks like that break did a great number for the Jaguars, man. They have just been dominant since the delay. David Stegosaurus, boo, Jets. The ghosts have come to the chat. All right. Jets are going for 2. 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Running back in motion, and Fields. Jets are going to have to burn their second timeout here. Looks like they did not like what was happening. I don't know why, man, but I like Aaron Glenn, man. He just seems like a cool guy. Like he's got good player energy, man. Never seems to like roll his eyes or like, oh God. Like even when something's going wrong, where they had to burn the timeout there, all he was doing was just smiling, like, yeah, we messed up, man. We messed up. He's got that good energy, man. All right. Justin Fields in the shotgun, running back to his left, single receiver to the right. Now running receiver in motion. Justin Fields trying to get to Garrett Wilson, and 3 corners. 3 defenders all over Garrett Wilson, man. Not the best decision there. Probably should have gone to somebody else. Darius Slay, who came off of his own guy to be able to bat that one away. Heck of a job, man. That's a veteran player right there. Darius Slay, one of the best corners in the league. Actually, the ball actually still hit Garrett Wilson in the hands. Oh, wow. David, imagine the Steelers intercept the 2-point conversion and retake the lead. Would be funny. Hot dang, man. And have we seen that before? I feel like we had to have seen that at some point in the NFL, at least. That's hilarious. That would be such a Jets thing to do. Trying to extend their lead, and instead they mess up and give the lead away. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Here, I'm going to try to turn on my AC because I am dying in this sweater. So I'll be right back. Enjoy my couch for a few seconds. All right, back just in time, baby. All right, I think the Chiefs did something similar to the Falcons years back. Oof, bringing up that game, dude. That's so mean. All right, kick is up. It's caught inside the 5. It can be returned to the 30. Stays on his feet and will be out across the 35 down to about the 36 after everything is all settled. That was Kenneth Gainwell. He started out as the number 1 back here, but I think they're gonna just try to get him some touches elsewhere because he wasn't too effective in the first half as a running back. So. All right, we are back. Rodgers under center here, ball at the 37, single back in the backfield, receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers gets the handoff, tries to get it underneath to Kenneth Gainwell, who will lose about 6 or 7 yards, nearly back to the 30. Holy cow, man. That was a rough decision by Rodgers to throw, and that was a rough decision by Kenneth Gainwell to try to actually haul that one in. All right, here. Ball officially just shy of the 32. 3 receivers on the left side. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Takes the snap, looking, pressured, has to throw it away, and he's nearly intercepted by number 21, Stevens. Rodgers. Whew. Like I said, man, it wouldn't have surprised me if we get a couple turnovers here at the end of this game, man. It is close. These quarterbacks are going to try to take chances. Not a great decision by Rodgers, man. That might have been the worst throw we've seen by him today, and he's been good. 4 passing touchdowns, 200 yards, over 200 yards. But, yeah, that one was, whew. All right, similar formation, 3 receivers on that left side. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Pressure. Rodgers takes a sack in the backfield. And, I thought for a second that there was a fumble because the ball was loose. But I think they're officially saying that he was just down for a regular sack. Yeah, got taken down inside the 25, down to about the 23. So the Steelers lost about 20 yards in total throughout that entire drive. Sorry, closer to 15. I forgot they were at 37 roughly. And they will punt it away here with just 5:25 left in the game. It's going to be caught by Gibson, and he'll get it down to about the 35 after the bounce. And Seastrom. Holy cow, Jaden Daniels. Oh, I gotta have to see what's going on. Dolphins done. Yeah, man, that was a rough game for the Dolphins. Just try to fix what you can fix and move on, man. You don't want to linger on a loss like this early in the season. If it was like week 16, it might be an indication of what you are, but week 1, just move on. Let's go. Seastrom, he's got more rushing yards than the entire rest of his team. I think we saw that once last year too, man. Jaden Daniels is just an absolute freaking different type of player, man. I think we're seeing a potential. Once again, I don't want to anoint anybody. Hate when they do that, but I think we're seeing the next great thing at quarterback, man. And it's there could be multiple great players at that position, but man, Jaden Daniels is just whoo. All right, let's see here. Just watched him rush for 15, 17 yards, dodging 6, 7 different defenders to pick up a first down on the 2nd and 15. Damn. Woo. That's definitely something I'm going to have to see on the highlights probably tomorrow. Found it December 4th, 16. Atlanta goes 28-17. Then KC goes up 19-17 on Eric Berry defensive. Hey, there we go. Eric Berry, man. Let's go. One of my favorite players, man. He reminded me a lot of Nick Collins when Barry was playing. Let's go, man. Okay, so it did happen before. And I mean by recent times as well, so nice. Justin Fields in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Takes the snap, throws over the middle, and will pick up his, looks like one of his receivers. That is Josh Reynolds for a gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play. Keeps the clock rolling. It'll be 5:05, 5:04, 5:03, 5:02, 5:01, and 5 minutes. If you want to sync up the final couple minutes here of this Jets-Steelers game. All right. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching. I appreciate you, man. We're trying to get to 100 before October. Justin Fields under center, fullback, running back. Hands it off to, I believe that is Breece, for a gain of about 2 or 3 on that left side there. Outside the shower, quitting on me this morning. Today is a good day. Just some nice, steady hours, long rain, which I'm always happy to see. We could always use more here in Texas. It's fair, man. Yeah, I always like the rain too, man. It's always, especially if it's not too hot outside, it's always very calming and usually means a nice day the next day. 3 receivers on that left side. Justin Fields keeps the ball, breaks a tackle in the backfield, but is still taken down for a loss. I don't like when they do this. I even said it at halftime. They got to stop using Justin Fields in that manner for those options, especially when it's like, just hand it off, man. You're doing such a great job passing the ball, running the ball. What are you doing? Why would you take the ball away from your best player, Breece Hall? Like, the guy is over 100 rushing yards, has over nearly 150 yards total offense. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't outsmart yourself. Just play football, man. All right, 4th and 5 coming up here. Punt is away. It's going to be a pretty decent punt inside the 20, and it is going to be downed at the 18. Heck of a job by McNamara with a beautiful punt. But the worst thing you could have done is give a guy like Aaron Rodgers time. Like, we've seen it ever since he had his first career 4th quarter comeback back in 2009 in week 1 against the Chicago Bears, where he found a streaking Greg Jennings down the left sidelines for a 50-plus yard touchdown. Aaron Rodgers has made a career of just making you pay in the regular season if you give him too much time. And there's been a couple times in the playoffs if you give him too much time. All right, Rodgers alone, 5 receiver set, 3 on the right side, 2 on the left there. That is Jaylen Warren splitting out wide. Quick throw over the middle, finds his tight end for a gain of 8 or 9, and the clock will continue to run. It'll be just under 3 minutes. Pat Freiermuth with a nice catch. And it's not like you need a touchdown. All the Steelers need is a field goal, and they win this game. Single receiver to the left. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw to the right, and trying to find Calvin Austin. He can't, but there is going to be a flag because that is definitely pass interference by number 21, Stevens. Nearly tackled Calvin to the ground. Correction, 29-28 was the final. Anyway, let's go Steelers. All right, we got David going for the Steelers, and we got Seastrom trying to get the Jets to finish this one off with a win. Yeah, so pass interference on Stevens. That'll give the Pittsburgh Steelers a first down. All right. 2 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Rodgers in the shotgun. Kenneth Gainwell now motioning over to the right. Rodgers, quick throw, trying to find DK Metcalf, and he catches it. Unbelievable. The ball bounced off his hand, hit his teammate, Juno Smith, but then landed right on top of DK Metcalf. And that's a first down. Wow. Lucky. Ball at the 41 of New York. Quick throw. Gets it out to Calvin Austin. And he's good for about a yard down to the 40. And the Steelers are nearing the range for Boswell. Just another 3 to 4 yards, and they can probably at least feel decent if they try to kick a field goal here. And that is going to be the 2-minute warning here in Rutherford, New Jersey. The Jets up by just one, 32-31, but the Steelers marching down the field, and Aaron Rodgers would love nothing more than to get a big win here against his former team. We know how much Rodgers is a petty man, and I don't say that as a negative. I love the pettiness, as you guys know, so it'll be fun to see that. My cousin would be so unhappy if they knew I was rooting against the Steelers, but I think it would be so funny if Rodgers lost to the Jets. It would be funny. I think either way it's going to be funny, but oh man. Ooh. The rest of the season can go however, but this game would be really, really funny. Seastrom, man, just like David, man, you guys just love the chaos, don't you? You just want to see the world burn a little bit. All right. David, you're a Steelers fan, right? I believe, no, David is a Chiefs fan, I believe. If I'm remembering correct. Captain Mickey Mouse, Michael Pittman Jr. did a beautiful job with the Colts. I'm going to have to look up his stats at some point, either today or probably tomorrow. I'm going to try to catch up on some of the stats around the league. But yeah, man, Michael Pittman Jr., man, just a pretty darn talented guy. I mean, the Colts have a lot of weapons. And I'm kind of happy for Colts fans that they're finally, hopefully, maybe they found the right quarterback to kind of lead them for a little bit there. I know it's Danny Dimes, but sometimes Danny's had some really good stretches in his career. So, and yep, yeah, like I said, I think David. Yeah, I think he's a Chiefs fan, but I think almost all of us here in the chat, I think we have our teams, but at the end of the day, we love good football. If we can get good football, I think we'll all be happy. All right, man. We are back. Final 2 minutes, man. If you're just joining us or if you've been here, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely, especially trying to get those numbers up. We're trying to get to 100 before October. Yeah, we do every game that we possibly can. Primetime, Packer games, everything. So, all right. Rodgers in the shotgun, 3 receivers on that right side. Kenneth Gainwell in motion now to the left. 2nd and 9 coming up, ball at the 40. Rodgers quick throw, trying to get it to Smith, who will be taken down for a loss of about 2, maybe 3. Definitely a big loss around this time, man. 3rd and long coming up. Yes. Yep. I am a Packer fan. If you can't tell by the background stuff. I'm going to try to get more stuff back here. I have a cheese head that I'm going to try to mount. I just don't want to mess it up by, putting the wrong thing on it. All right. 2 receivers on the left side, single receiver to the right. Rodgers in the shotgun. Looks like Jaylen Warren to his left. And Rodgers will use a timeout here. That'll be their second. Stops the clock at 1:12 left in the game. 1:12 left in the game. Are you going to do the light and score change over before you end, Dave? I am going to try to... Let me see here. How much time do we have left? I think the Packer game is a little bit later at 3:25 my time, which, yes, it is. So, yeah, I should have enough time to get the lights going here. Yeah, luckily, I think I'm probably going to have to... I'll probably just keep that green. Kind of a little bit here. I'll probably just keep the green for Green Bay. I might try to change it to a little bit of a darker green if I can, but yeah. No, we'll be definitely doing the lights. We'll definitely be doing the lights. I like to give the lights to the early games right away, but during those primetime games, I like to hold off just a little bit because I want us to earn the lights. That's why we always wait for that first touchdown during the primetime games. We don't turn the lights on until we get a touchdown. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to the right, 3 receivers to the left. Rodgers looking, has some time. It's going to be drifting it. And Calvin Austin looking for a flag. And he is not going to get one. Rodgers trying to float one up. I think Calvin might have a case for that one. That might be a flaggable offense because Stevens was definitely grabbing some jersey. But, yeah. I do have to change it to the other side. Yeah, I got to flip them. Boswell, kick is up, and it's good right down the middle to give the Steelers the lead here with a little over 1 minute left. Hot diggity dog, man. Woo! Wow. Good snap, good hold, and the kick only got better and better as it went on. Dang. What a freaking kick, man. And that is the 7th lead change of the day. There we go, man. Keep the blue for tonight. I might have to change the blue, though, just a little bit, because I think I'm going to be using a lighter blue for the Lions. And the Bills have a little bit of a darker blue to their tint. Or are you telling me that I can keep that? Maybe. Oh yeah, they might be doing New Jerseys. You're right. They are doing New Jersey. So yeah. All right, Boswell kicks this one away. Caught right at the goal line to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25. Stiff arms a guy and gets across the 30 down to the 31. Oh boy. So Justin Fields and this Jets offense will have just a little less than a minute to try to get into field goal range and retake the lead for potentially the final time. Can they get a game-winning field goal? They only have one timeout left. Can the former Jets let me see here. Hold on. Justin Fields in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and finds his young wide receiver over the middle. Gain of 5. That is Johnson with his 3rd catch, I believe, of the day. Now, can the former Chicago Bear quarterback get a measure of revenge against the former Green Bay Packer quarterback? 2 receivers to the right. Justin Fields takes the snap. Pressure. Gets away. Has some time. Throws to the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Unable to haul it in is Josh Reynolds. That was good coverage by the Steelers there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Jets. Pittsburgh, man. Great time to bring in. I don't even think it was a blitz. I think it was just a great pressure simulation there. We got 30 seconds left in this game. From what they're saying, the Jets need at least 20 yards before they can even try to get a field goal here. Fields has time and is going to be hit in the backfield, but incomplete, able to get the ball away. Was trying to run. And, 4th and 3 coming up. Let me see here. Keep the blue, keeps the dark blue, just in case you have all the ones. There we go, yep. Bengals have won. All right, man. The Bengals get a big win to open up the season. They needed something good to happen early on in the season, man. All right, we got 4th and 3, 25 seconds left. They still have one timeout left. We got 3 receivers on that right side. Justin Fields in the shotgun. Looking, has a clean pocket. Is going to throw to Garrett Wilson, who gets hit immediately. Ball pops loose. Incomplete pass. Jalen Ramsey with a game-winning broken up pass. Garrett Wilson just got absolutely smashed by the former All-Pro corner. And that was number 5 going up against another number 5. And Jalen Ramsey just absolutely destroyed Garrett Wilson. And that is it. The Steelers will come away with a 34-32 victory over the Jets. Aaron Rodgers leads a game-winning 4th quarter drive against his former team here in New York. Rodgers says, "Oh, you don't want me? You made me fly all the way back to the New York Jets facility to tell me we're moving on?" Rodgers is like, "Fine, I'm moving on too, baby." One kneel down, and Rodgers gets revenge on the Jets, and Justin Fields' comeback comes up just short against his former team. Well, a heck of a game, man. 7 lead changes in this game, dude. I mean, Justin Fields looked good. The Jets offense looked pretty solid. A couple mistakes here at the end, obviously giving Rodgers way too much time. You never want to do that against a guy that has, 38 fourth quarter comebacks? Nah, man, one of the all-time greats. You don't want to give him a second chance. But heck of a job by the Steelers. They did not look great in the first half for the most part. They scored some points for sure, but there was definitely some mistakes in the first half, but they really turned it on in the second here, especially in the fourth. They looked like a veteran team that was very comfortable, never panicked. So, heck of a job, man. Heck of a game, too. Rodgers gets a win here in his Steelers debut against his former squad. So, hot diggity dog, man. Let me see here. Bengals won. Cardinals also won. Vegas, let's go. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I have only about 10 minutes roughly to kind of get ready for that Lions and Packers game. I'm going to try to get a quick bite to eat. I'm not going to lie, my stomach has been rumbling for a bit here. So thank you so much, guys. I want to give a shout out to David Stegosaurus, Captain Mickey Mouse, for popping in here, for basically staying in the entire game, man. I appreciate you so much. Cam, you popped in early in this one. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Seastrom coming in here late in the game. Always can rely on you, buddy. And then we also had, I believe, Stitch Hawaiian who popped in here for a bit. So I appreciate you guys. Please, if you just popped in, leave a like, subscribe. Helps out the channel. We're trying to get to 100 before October. We're going to do as many games as we possibly can. Please leave a like on this one so I know that you were watching, man. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to head out, and I'm going to get ready for another game. Appreciate you. And once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach.